Now joined by Tennessee head coach Kellie Harper. We'll let her begin with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions from the media. Coach?
Yeah, coming into this game, staff knew, our team knew this was going to be a tough game. Their style of play is really going to challenge our team. I felt like it took us a long time to kind of figure things out. I think if you watch Missouri's last few games, that's how they play. They've been in every single game. And when you shoot like that and they're smart and tough kids, they're going to be a tough opponent. They are so much better than their record. And fortunately, I think our team knew that. I thought there were a couple times we could have gotten down and we hung in there, and just really proud of our team to be able to come out here with a win.
Take our first question from Maria.
Coach, the 3-pointers in the first half, I realized that had to be a source of frustration for you on the sideline. Just what was the message at halftime to address the looks that they were getting at the?
Well, it was a source of concern before the game, and obviously I think there was a little frustration there at halftime, and I think it frustrated our team a little bit. It's just we had to guard some actions we hadn't seen a whole lot of, but we knew that's how they played. And tell you what, hung in there. They were getting a variety of ways. There were some definite defensive breakdowns in transition, but also there was some well executed plays on their part. But we did a much better job late in that fourth quarter. I think we only gave up 1 3-pointer made in the fourth quarter. So really took them off the 3-point line late, and we needed that.
Ben?
Coach, you've been pleased throughout the season with how your team has responded to losses. I know the first couple of quarters may have been sluggish, but were you pleased with this week's preparation, especially after you didn't like the way that they handled the win over South Carolina?
Yeah, Ben, I thought that's a great question, and I am. I tell you, I thought they had a really good practice on Tuesday. Thought we had a good preparation day on Wednesday. And to be honest with you, they were locked. They wanted this win, and they were focused. Their head was spinning around a few times, and that's what Mizzou can do to you. So it wasn't a lack of try and lack of want to that we struggled early. And I think because of that preparation and their desire, I think we were able to figure it out.
Chloe?
Coach, Ray has proven to be pretty consistent in this game and throughout the season. Can you just talk about her reliability and her importance as a player?
Yeah, Ray, I think the biggest thing about her is she is consistent. And, even on an off night, Ray gives us what she gives us. And I think that's good for us because we know she's got the ability to carry a team on the offensive end. I mean, she was getting layups, she was getting jumpers, hitting threes. She can score in a variety of ways. And I tell you what, I was proud of her because we needed those buckets, especially in the first half when we did not have Renaya out there. And we were turning the ball over a little too much in the first quarter. We needed a punch offensively, and she gave it to us.
Will?
Yeah, speaking of Ray, I know she was able to go back in the fourth quarter, but it still looked like her ankle was kind of bothering her a bit sometimes. Is there kind of an early prognosis on that?
No, I'm sure we'll get some treatment on her. We'll probably give her a lighter day tomorrow and hopefully get her ready for Sunday. But it was obviously good to see her come back in the game and be able to play. I think those ankles, sometimes they hurt. They hurt. So I know she had to be playing through some pain.
Tim?
Yeah, Kelly. Speaking on like Ray kind of taking over in the first half when Renaya was on the bench, then Ray goes out with an injury there in the third quarter and Renaya kind of takes the game over. How well do those two complement each other, both when they're on the floor together and when they have to kind of carry the load?
Well, I think they complement each other great. I think they can play off of each other when they're both on the court. A lot of teams have to choose who they're going to put their best defender on. And I think that, you know, that's tough because you can get scored on from either side of the floor with those two in all areas. You know, we can post them up, they can score behind the 3-point line, off the dribble. I think it just gives us such a great 1-2 punch. But also those two have been such good scorers for us this year. If one goes out, the other one can carry some load. And that's what they've been able to do. So I think, like, obviously it's been a big part of our scoring success this year.
Maria?
Coach, I realize you're just getting off the court from your game, but Kentucky beat Georgia, so those teams are now 9-5. You, of course, just moved to 8-4, and thus go into third place in the SEC. You talked about controlling your own destiny. In hindsight now, how big was this win, especially to come back and do it?
Well, it didn't even have to be hindsight to know how big this game was, and that's where I've been really proud of our team, because I think going into this week, I think that's part of the reason our preparation was so good. They knew this was a big win. They knew what was on the line here, and they, you know, they wanted to finish out strong. So I think the other thing I'm really proud of them, they didn't pick up a piece of paper and say, you know, this is going to be easy. They didn't look at a stat sheet and say, Mizzou's won this many games, this is going to be easy. They knew it was going to be hard. They knew it was going to be a tough battle, and they believe it's going to be a tough battle on Sunday. And I think that's a good place to be in. That you don't walk out there and think it's going to be easy, but you want to prove something. You want to go out and finish strong. So I tell you, this is a big win. It's a really big win for our team.
Yeah, Auburn is up over Arkansas in the third quarter, just so you know. So, yeah, there's no easy game in this conference.
You know, Auburn, that's about right. You know, you watch them, very similar to Mizzou. They've been in a lot of games, and teams have been able to pull it out late, thus the no wins. But, you don't like playing a team that hadn't won, especially a team as good as Auburn, considering their record.
Addison?
Coach, it was obvious tonight that Missouri's game plan was to play deep, make you guys shoot threes, and try and keep you out of the paint, but you still out-rebounded them by 20, scored 38 paint points. So you talk about that preparation that this team has had all week. What does it say about that, just kind of taking away their game plan?
Yeah, well, this week, our day on Tuesday, we actually worked on us, and it was awesome. We had a practice that we worked on the Lady Vols, and we have not done that in a long time. Now, because of that was not a prep day for Missouri per se. We needed to really clean up some things that we needed to do. But then our prep day, I thought, on Wednesday was really good. We prepared for more of a sagging man. I tell you, couldn't have two completely opposite game plans from Georgia to Mizzou. And our team, we saw definitely more zone than we've seen in a long time. And, you know, we were able to score enough points. So I was proud of our team.
Lastly, Coach, also finally hitting the regular season. Can you believe that you guys are playing in your last game of the regular season on Sunday? I mean, you made it.
Oh my goodness, it's been a heck of a year. I tell you, it's been stressful, needless to say, but it's also been fun and at times very, very rewarding. And you know, it's one of those seasons that you know, early on just feels like it's going to be long, and then all of a sudden you're at this week and you got one more to go. And now I will say, you know, we plan on playing a lot more basketball, so that's what I'll hold on to. We got one more home game and hopefully play a lot more basketball after that.
All right, we'll wrap it up with Maria.
Coach, you had 11 first half turnovers, but then just 4 in the second half. Just what was the reason for getting that under control so well?
Well, I think I'll be honest with you, I think it probably took us a little bit to settle in with our offense. I thought we had good looks. I thought we were running the right things in the first half. We just got a little careless with the ball. They took a few charges, which obviously turned into turnovers. We talked about it at halftime. I think we had, can't even remember. We had a bunch in the first quarter alone. I think we had 8. So, you know, each quarter we got a little bit better there. So it, you know, sometimes just takes a little bit longer to kind of figure out what's going on. You know, wasn't easy, but that cleaning that up in the fourth quarter, I mean, in the second half, the third and fourth quarter, I thought was really instrumental to us getting this win.
All right. Thank you, Coach. And thanks to everyone for joining us tonight.